Welcome, Gemini, to 1111 Tarot. This is your mid-January energy check. And this is our 1111 Wheel of Life. This is what I use to do my tarot spread on. It's a combination of the ancestral medicine wheel as well as astrology, numerology, and tarot. And I like to always start here with Great Spirit in the middle, and then we'll work on this cosmos around the outside. With that, let's get started with the Whispers of Love. All right, Gems. January is going to be a lot of going within. I can already tell you. Here we go. Oh, before I forget, coming up is the live interactive tarot course. So if you want to learn tarot, it's completely free to all my subscribers and all my followers. The details will be coming out very shortly. They may even be in the description box below already. So make sure and follow up on that if you want to learn tarot. With that, Gems, let's get rolling. Listen with your heart. Now, this is a number 1. Beautiful image. It's like two females are listening to a shell and sharing something. And it says, you are listening, but need to hear with a loving heart. And I do feel like we've been hurt a lot lately, and we may have pulled back our emotions and gone within. And, there is a passive aggressive form of cutting yourself off, where you just are trying to not come across aggressive. And then there's also that pulling within because you just need time to think. So I think we need to pull within, but not forget about the ones we love. Let's go ahead and get some tarot on this. This is the Chakra Wisdom Tarot. I have pre-shuffled and pre-smudged and premeditated on all the decks that we're going to use today in your spread. So let's start here with our east, where the sun rises, and it's also where the 5D collective communicates with us. And here we go. Princess of Coins. So she's got a beautiful, steady 3D material coin, and it's an offer coming in. I feel like you're starting this event or process out, and it's starting off small, but look, it's long term, and it's going to grow. It's a gift from the universe coming in from the 5D. Listen with your heart. It also might be that this gift is being whispered to you, Gemini. Let's go down here on this south node, our earth realm. 4 of Swords. Very good. This is excellent because this is taking a moment, pausing, going within to really think about readjusting your perspective. And when we do that, we put our words down and we do go within, but we talk to the divine. And that's when we hear the whispers. Look at this window. There's like clouds, or there's something very confusing around the edges. But look, communication is happening. It's happening. They're all shining. It's just the communication is telepathy. And the communication is to listen with your heart. Here we go. We're going to the west. Fire. Our ancestors. The world. Wow. Definitely traveling in some format. Now this is in the material realm, so you might be doing some actual traveling. Also, her crown chakra is exploding. There is commitment on the table. And at the same time, I get a sense of freedom here. Freedom from commitment. Almost like the cycle's complete. Think of how thick this tree stump is and how it's just bloomed out all this experience of color. Yeah, you've completed a cycle and you're about to walk into something quite amazing. And it's being brought in, and you'll either feel it or hear about it, or you'll intuitively think about it. It's going to be something that comes in like an epiphany, but you have to be quiet and you have to listen with your heart to hear it. All right, gems, here we go. Our north, water. 2 of coins. A crossroads. Do I stay? Do I go? There's a beautiful new beginning here. Very passionate. It's definitely indecisions in your north node, so you are going to be given this opportunity. You're going to need to listen with your heart to decide what you want. And it's quite possible that this is your reward because you have completed this cycle. Let's dig into the Moonology gems and see where we're sitting. Okay. A personal issue reaches resolution, full moon in Cancer. Now, we just had a full moon in Cancer in December. You might have started something at that point. Then again, it might be that the new full moon is something that comes into play. Let's scroll on over here. This is where you're headed into your cycle. Next, work through your fears. New moon in Scorpio. You've got a Scorpio, you've got a Cancer, and then also there's fish all over this. So you may have a water sign coming across your path. But that could be what your personal issue is. That could be what the stable 3D offer is. Very interesting. I'm just going to put this on airplane mode. Wow. Okay. This might be a man. This doesn't have to be hair. It could be a long-haired man. I just feel there's 2 energies here that are coming into being. I do feel like it's going to be a very spiritual journey. All right, let's use these 4 pillars that are left to clarify this spread. We're going to be clarifying this Princess of Coins. It is in the air on the board, which is the east where the sun rises. We're going to go ahead and clarify what that means in our wisdom, our clarity, and our illumination. So in illumination, you have the 5 of Cups. In clarity, 2 of Wands. In wisdom, 3 of Wands. So you've made a decision that this regret and these burdens are too much. You clearly see what the burdens are. You're wanting to put them down, and you're going to. And that's very important to you, is to actually get this position cleared up and just lighten the load. You're ready. It's in your clarity position. It's mind made up to put the burdens down. In your illumination here, it's the regret. That's what the burdens are that you carry around. is you wish you could do things different, is what you've been carrying around. But now your wisdom is telling you, grab this magical wand, decide what it is you want, and now you're making plans. You're definitely making plans. And these plans, you're taking action by getting these plans in motion, which is beautiful because that's what this coin is these plans to take some action. And I do feel that it has to do with some situations from the past, obviously with the wands, that you're going to turn into magical. Maybe you're taking your experiences and somehow taking your experiences and your regret, and you are redirecting and refunneling and transmitting that emotion out and cleansing those feelings and releasing those feelings to build this magical place that you can help others, perhaps. We'll find out. Let's go ahead and clarify this Four of Swords. We're going to move over here into our summer, which happens to be our trial and error. It's in our emotional side. Knight of Wands is in your love position. And in trust, you have the Six of Coins. And in growth, you have the Death card. Wow, major transformation. So in love, I kind of feel like you have backed off the idea of wanting to commit to anyone at this point. I almost feel like you are out for an adventure, and that's what the redirection is that this is a solo adventure right now, and it's okay to just enjoy yourself and kick up your heels, really, and have some fun. Within boundaries, of course. Your own boundaries are very important. But it's also stretching out your freedom of speech, your expression, and your artistic side. It's charge and go in. Now, the only thing I will tell you is this passion can be very hot and heavy, but will it last? And the question that you have to ask yourself is, what is it that brings me passion that I'll be able to do forever? You know, that I'll be able to maintain forever. Now, in trust, you can trust that once you do find out your passion and you follow it, the abundance comes with the Six of Coins. Excuse me, stepping out of your fears is going to be something about your throat chakra, because I'm having a lot of throat chakra issues. So when it's saying work through your fears, it is about communication. The wand is up here, but the swords are down here. You have to get into your passion and feel yourself and feel the energy so that you can get this abundance. And it's all in the growth is death. It is the lack of confidence that got stolen from you. It got stolen back here with the illumination on this regret, where cups were overlooked. Maybe people threw back rejected cups. Just know that that rejection was protection. Even if you think about it, it's kind of like if they're not meant for you, you really shouldn't have them, right? Or you really shouldn't have that opportunity. So maybe 1,000 times you felt like you didn't get the audition, or you didn't get the job, or you didn't get the man, or you didn't get the wife or the woman, the date, whatever it is. It all added up to feeling a huge load of insecurity. And all these wands here are going to get turned into magic. And she grabs the wand. Whether this is you, male or female, doesn't matter, interchangeable. This lady on this card grabs this wand. And look, here she is again, charging forward in this energy of, I've got this, here's my wand, right? And that brings in abundance. So it is a time for transformation, and that's your growth. This Death card is that the old you of allowing others to determine your worth is done. The new you with this world, closing the cycle off, and the death and growth, this transformation is going to be incredible. You simply need to work through your fears to have it. And It will relieve you of this personal issue. Let's scooch you up to the top, my little gems. And we're going to look at how this world card is actually affecting our material world. So we're closing a cycle. Look at it in introspect. I mean, this is why I love the 1111 Wheel of Life. It brings in the aspects of what the divine is really communicating. And you don't have to really dig deep. It's given to you right on the board. In Dream, we have Justice. Experience, the Lovers. All right. So in introspect, you are protected. You can look back and look at all the times that you can feel that you felt like you were going to die. It felt like every sword was in your back. But honestly, it was simply the illusion that the swords were in your back. Because you were really good enough. And your experiences, there's always a choice. And you're tired of being an option, and you're not going to be any longer. She's looking at this option, and she's like, no, I'm going to take this experience and know my worth, and I'm no longer going to be an option. I'm no longer going to allow someone else to determine how I feel. Because in your perception, this is what's just, and this is the decision that you make. And the scales are going to get balanced. And Geminis are going to be speaking up for themselves. Right? I mean, that's the decision that we're making, is that we're done going through this where other people determine our value. And that's what's going to bring in this confidence, which brings in and calls in our soulmate. In cleansing, you have Temperance, Archangel Michael's card, Sagittarian energy. Renewal, 9 of Wands. Purity, the Star. I can't make it up. I literally can't make it up. Let's walk through this. All right. So obviously in cleansing, we need help. Because it isn't that we were mean, we were ugly, blah, 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 blah. We overgave. And we ended up getting the short end of the stick. And nobody seemed to care. And now we don't want to give out our stick anymore. We don't want to play anymore. So we have to soften our heart. Because there is someone that does want to play fair. There are a few that care. And that's why Archangel Michael is mixing these cups, and we have to open up our heart and cleanse out that old regret and cleanse out all that I wasn't good enough for you. Well, screw you then, right? We got to get rid of that because we have to listen with our heart. And we have to just decide to pick the right people. You know, if they're not people that bring us in a place of comfort, then let's not do it. In renewal, you've got the 9 of Wands. You know, you've got the 10 of Wands coming right here. So you're very close to understanding that when you get this many wands, you take these experiences and you turn them into magic. Now, I do see fire, so you may have a fire sign as well, or you may have fire in your chart. But I'm going to tell you what, it's a get up and go. You have to know your worth, and you cannot allow this test of allowing others to determine your worth any longer. It's not about them. We're no longer an option, gems. We're the main attraction. We're the star of the show. This is in your purity. Know your worth. Be the star of your show. You always were the star of your show. You just have to remember that you're also the director. You co-create with the universe. And this in your purity is healing. This is beautiful. This is all the stars aligning to bring you in a wish fulfillment. And the divine is telling you, you can heal this. You can bring comfort into your life. But you know, it's kind of like, who do you let in your house, you know? You invite friends over and they trash your house. You going to let them take up real estate? Or are you going to, kind of being more choosy about who you invite into your home? Well, that's our love life, too. And how do they treat those around us? How people treat us is how they feel about us. Just know that. And this is exquisite. To end up with this passionate, beautiful, wants being manifested with pure fire coming off and the angel watching over us in cleansing, Archangel Michael's protection. And here he's blending these cups. And you're being told by the divine, the message is, listen with your heart, my lovely. You are listening, but need to hear with a loving heart. It's all about the love in life, isn't it? I love you to the moon and back. Thanks, gems. Much light, much love. Namaste.